What's up, world?
What is up, world? Good question. I'll tell you what's up. The final of the Nightmare Bingo Invitational. It's here. It's now. It's real. It sure is happening. Look out down below, because Team Trees and Booty Clippers are on the go, as they say. You know, we got a whole batch of things coming up. We don't know what's going to happen. Nightmare Bingo. Seafood, how you doing?
I'm doing. The last match was very tense. I was watching the whole thing. I felt things. A lot of panic and anxiety. I'm hoping we don't have any 700 ring meltdowns or cart meltdowns.
That would be ideal. That would definitely be ideal. But yeah, so let's talk about how we've gotten here. We got Team Trees, who, like we said in that last match, saw off Team TGU. And we got the reigning bingo SA2 champions, the Booty Clippers, who are coming on in off the back of a win against Team Mozu, Melters, and Blug. So yeah, no, this is going to be a pretty tight match, I do say so myself. Piner on Team Trees, obviously a bingo connoisseur, Hedera no stranger either. And then Drum and Deku, you know, we've seen them both together in the past. I think the fact that these two have been on the same team together in the past, and kind of the general bingo experience, is probably going to give a bit of an edge to Booty Clippers. But the thing I would keep in mind is that Drum is a little bit rustier on the SO2 side compared to maybe Hedera and Piner, so whether that could come into play, I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Hopefully we'll see this board revealed soon.
Well, I would just like to point out, it's not like anyone here has had an unfair, or like an, what is the word I'm looking for? An unequal amount of bingo matches. Except maybe Piner has like one more Nightmare match way back in like 2018 or 2020 or something. That match was sick, by the way. But everyone here, played the same amount of matches during the SA2 Bingo League, just not the same team. Team trees is different. Yo, look at the colors, the
What do you
balance.
think? Me and Refrag and Scoob, we worked pretty hard on making this bingo board styling. But yeah, no, that is a nice balance. Found the seed earlier myself. 7 dark goals, 9 dark goals, 9 hero goals, and 7 combined. So yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one.
5,000 rings, 3 Chow emblems. Oh lord,
yeah,
3 Chow boxes on FRFC. Okay, so at least we don't see 3 costumes team combined. So thank God for that. All upgrades. That's a fun one. Yeah, we're seeing some similarities that we've seen. Green Shield, Wild Magnetic Shield. That's similar. That's been seen before. You know. Ooh, every Knuckles M4 hitless. Come on, don't let me down, Deku and Piner.
It's
I
funny,
want
I
to
was
see
searching
something
for
fun.
I was searching for a board earlier, and I got one that was both all Knuckles M4 hintless and all Rouge M4 hintless, but it had a duplicate, so I couldn't use it, and that made me really sad.
This is so sad. Yo, I can't believe Liam is at work right now. He has content today. He has content today.
A whole lot of
3
content.
Chow emblems. Do you think we're gonna get there? Do you think it will get to that point?
Well, if it's not, what's like the other? I think here's something interesting, right? There's 3 white jungle goals. Obviously, they're like missions and pretty tough missions, so it's not like anything is really sort of like whoever gets first to white jungle wins. You know, it's not like that. But like that's going to be an interesting one because what are we going to get? We're going to get Hedera versus Drum in a race to kind of get to there, and then it'll be sort of a choice as to what happens from that point on. Because although there's also 2 Radical Highway goals, so pretty heavy shadow gameplay I would expect to see on the Dark Story side of things. Final Chase M2 without homing attack. I think Hedera did that in the last race, I think.
Whoa. Yeah, you are. I don't know about that one, but I was hearing what you were saying, but I wasn't processing until I looked at the board and then saw, oh damn, 3 white jungles, 2 radical highways. Final chase. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got a lot of shadow.
Yo, the boss rush. The boss rush. We're gonna see an end credits.
One-egg golem. What else are we looking at? On the hero side of things, actually, let's maybe take a look at that, because Deku against Piner and Hero, that's going to be an interesting one. Deku, definitely the higher ranked runner of Hero, but in terms of sort of like the bingo side of things, you know, Piner, like we said earlier, Piner's got some tricks up their sleeve. That much is well known. So we'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, the hunting seems to be pretty prevalent around about there. Well, maybe specifically that Knuckles one and the Pumpkin Hill M2. There's also Security Hall M5 Pacifist right there. Yeah, some late game for Hero as well. Crazy Gadget M2, 2 Crazy Gadget goals. But yeah, where are these early goals going to come from? I'm seeing City Escape, Bigfoot, and Eggman 1. That's interesting. Because we could see some very funky early game Hero based on sort of who goes for what here, you know? Oh, wow.
First blood will be drawn by Deku. I am predicting it will be drawn by Deku.
I think Deku's got a bit more recent experience with animal hunting. As for whether that hunting has been in City Escape, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, no, I could definitely see
Stage select.
Deku maybe edging it out just with like the City Escape. That's the thing though, you know, even with City Escape sort of like practice, like if you don't have the knowledge of where those animals are, that's what it comes down to. So, question of who has it, and yeah, I might favor Deku just based on what I've seen recently with some knowledge of hunting. Looks like we've got Piner going into the boss attack here, actually. I think practicing Bigfoot real quick before we move any further forward.
Well, you know, that is interesting. Because now I'm thinking, are there 10 animals before and after C skip? I don't think so. But like, what if you know, what if this is the first mind game? What if this is just Deku just completely skips hidden animals, gets C skip, and then does Bigfoot, which is Sonic's, right? Yes. I hope.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, you know, like, there's going to be a lot of the old... I would expect to see a Stephen Davis or two, you know, at one point in this race. Very much see that happening. I'm just going to sneeze, y'all, but forgive me. Oh, fuck, no, I'm not. I hate that. Shit.
I'm sorry about the kind of sneeze.
Story select.
I got baited. How could sneezing do this?
You know,
Go right ahead.
completely unrelated to what's happening right now, but which do you think is worse? Hintless Death Chamber M4 or Mad Space M4?
That's an interesting one. Hintless Death Chamber M4 or Hintless Mad Space? I feel like Mad Space you have a more like wide area that you can kind of just like cover, right? Whereas Death Chamber's a lot of narrow corridors, secret rooms. So I would probably say Death Chamber. That would be my answer.
Because I was watching Jum practice M4 Hintless earlier, which would have gone hard if the board had that as well. And Mad Space was interesting because he went straight to the top and did like every dig check. And we're off. We're going. We've got the Deku SR cursor.
We are indeed. It looks like we had a bit of a malfunction in the countdown channel. Looks like we got several Tikal countdowns.
Wholesome.
But there we go. I think we're okay. We are off, we are running. We got the timer going as well. We got the Deku ADX, as you said. And some Hedera ring routing here going on, same with Drum.
Alright, it looks like Deku is off for animals.
Oh, Piner! I think Piner's giving it to Deku. Or maybe, like, at the very least, passing up on it.
Piner is attempting C skip. Piner's like, fuck the Annie, and they get it! They get it! Look at that! All they're thinking right now is, I don't want to contest this with Deku. I want to get as much story progress as I can and be in the lead.
Yeah, let's have a little look at what's on the table then. Although Piner's struggling a little bit here right now with the rail section. But yeah, Piner going... really struggling with the rail section actually, on Piner. But yeah, if Piner goes as they're going, then they're going to be straight into the Eggman 1 goal, maybe the Bigfoot goal as well. We saw them practicing this before. I don't see a lot of other early game hero on the board off the top of my eye. There's obviously a Green Forest M4, but that's not exactly early game. So yeah, no, there's method to this from Piner, but we'll see if it pays off.
I mean, still, that is a huge lead for Piner.
It definitely is. I've obviously seen the rough time on the rail there, so it might not be working out quite as well. But Deku's got all 10. It is still going to be a nice lead, as you say, probably finishing maybe around about 35-ish seconds faster than Deku does in City Escape here. Maybe close enough to 40 actually, so that could work out quite nice.
Now the question is, do you think Deku's going to bother with 12 rings?
Well, I don't know, because there's a chance that Piner actually just gets it before.
Oh, Piner's not even
Deku
going to bother
has
with
a chance to
that.
make that decision. Really? Oh, no. Here we go. We were just waiting until that last hit. Making sure to dodge these attacks here. Yeah, I think Piner's gonna.
Oh, Piner is
Interesting.
going for it. They were just getting a couple hits in before getting the rest of the rings.
I gotta be honest, that's like one of the tamer nightmare goals that I've seen. Although that breaks us about even, really, because you would think Deku's just noticed that and is not going to worry now about taking on that ring challenge. So yeah, one each, and pretty much even across the board right now, both in Dark and in Hero Story. There gets a top piece one, as does Drum.
Hey guys, take care.
You know,
Look,
all cart is definitely going to Knuckles today.
I can very much see that happening, yeah. Let's take a look near the 6 pillars. Deku, Piner coming over 22, Hidera with a 30, and Drum getting jail pieced. And they're very close along this wall, actually. Very interesting. Going right around, but knows what he's doing. Drum having a little bit of a tougher time there. Let's have a look at those Radical Highway goals again, shall we? For Shadow, what have we got? We've got Radical Highway M3 Life Capsule. And we've got, was it a Radical Highway M2? I'm struggling to see it.
Without homing attack.
That's right, yeah. That's going to be interesting. Are the Dark Runners going to exit out early, or... Oh, we've got Piner in the battle of their life right now, up against Eggman 1, and Deku right up behind, so this could be a shootout. 24 rings is the aim of the game. Let's see who's got the knowledge.
Away.
See, Drum having
Deku is contesting this. Who gets it?
Yeah,
Deku with half the rings. Piner's missing one from the other side.
Drum is sandwalking away now, as I think
Piner got hit.
A little bit more safety. This is looking like Deku's territory right now, as long as he can ride it out. Only a couple more rings. Eggman's holding him. I didn't realize Eggman can pick up the rings as well. Oh no.
Oh, that is just cruel.
That's 24 for Deku. Deku gets it.
Let's go.
Oh.
I know Piner hasn't seen it yet, but I'm sure they're going. Okay, they noticed. They're getting out of here as soon as possible.
Rough for Piner. Really, really rough. We're heading into prison lane now, and that city escape advantage is all gone. Some rough start for Piner there, unfortunately, missing out on both. Well, 2 out of 3, admittedly, because they did get the Bigfoot goal. And they are not too far behind. There's still a long way to go, but some early goals on the board.
Where do we go from here?
Well,
because I don't see any other hero goals in story. I think it's just we might be seeing them do some mind games.
We might see a Pumpkin Hill Green Shield Magnetic Shield back to back. But that's a little bit of a ways away. Whether or not Headquarters might be where runners decide to go for that instead, as we see Drum take a lead in Sand Ocean as well. So slightly ahead there. Early advantage for the Booty Clippers, but not a huge one. Not a huge one. But here's Radical Highway, and once this stage wraps up, it's going to be interesting to see what both runners do afterwards. Yeah, you're right in what you say about the Hero Story right now. There's not a huge amount left in sort of this part of the game. For sure, obviously there's Crazy Gadget much further down the line, but where is the optimal exit out point? Maybe it's after Pumpkin Hill, because then you'll have Green Forest there, you'll have Pumpkin Hill M2. What else we got on the agenda there for sort of early-ish hero goals? You could dip back to Wild Canyon maybe and try and go for the Green Shield Magnet Shield. Yeah, it's an interesting one, and this is kind of the thing as well, because it's not just the balance between hero and dark. There's 7 goals on the board, which could be achieved by either runner. So we see a funky looking red Honda there from Hedera. Oh, and falling down as well. Bit of a tough time for Hedera right now in Radical Highway. Meanwhile, Drum also taking a death. Not going to set him back a million miles, but that's a little bit of ground gained by Hedera. See how this goes. Meanwhile, Pine has got some catching up to do. Deku kind of storming his way through Metal Harbor right now. But yeah, Drum and Hedera are quite close together right now. I want to see how this ends up. I want to see, are we going to see a gap jump maybe? Are we going to see anything? No. Why would you? A situation like this, find it nice and safe, both going around. Any very fast strats? Any very easy strats?
Ooh, that is not good for Drum.
What the hell just happened? Oh no! That was a nightmare for Drum Basher! All the way back here, and Hedera's got a massive lead now. What the hell was that?
Yes!
I didn't even see what happened.
Going around the speed pad right there, it just kind of fell off.
Barely made it.
Disaster strikes
Tends
for
to
Drum,
happen.
but that's big for Hedera right now. See what happens in headquarters. There's not really much to do in this stage other than get in there and get out right now. But yeah, we don't know.
Seems to be a load screen apart at this point. Gonna stick it out in story. Radical Highway, probably not worth it.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if Drum is gonna exit out here. I wonder if like that
Well-
death is gonna maybe sort of like switch his mind. I don't know.
I'll make you eat those words.
What I'm imagining that Hedera is thinking right now, she's thinking, I don't want to try and contest these right now. These are only 2 goals. Drum is probably in the lead.
That's very true.
Just
Actually,
keep
yeah.
going in story. But the unfortunate thing, Drum died. So Drum is thinking, if Hedera backed out to go do those, then he's wasting a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, there's obviously like a bit of there's obviously a bit of thinking about what the other person is doing involved in this decision, because like Drum might be thinking maybe Hedera has backed out to go and get those Radical Highway goals, and thus he's going to stick it out in Hero, and then Hedera might be thinking the exact same thing. That's the thing about Bingo. We don't know, they don't know.
And just like that, they've balanced out with each other. They're on pace again.
Never mind.
We love RNG.
Take a look here. Deku starting off in Green Forest now. And Lost Colony, I think there is a Lost Colony M4 goal. I won't be seeing that happening here, but yeah, for all intents and purposes, for the time being, we've just got Hero and Dark races going on our screens.
I do notice that neither Hedera nor Drum Basher decided to do the mass digging in headquarters.
Yeah, it's definitely something that might take a while, so I don't know if they want to bank on that much of a random factor at this early stage of the race,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Hedera go for that, and Drum taking that death was probably thinking like, yeah, okay, I watched the last match, Hedera didn't do it there, so why am I gonna lose time here?
I'm just wondering, obviously we're coming up on Pumpkin Hill for Deku and Piner. Wonder if we could see that happen there.
I don't envision that.
It's really close here between Drum and Hedera.
How
This is kind of fun to watch.
How many stages have a green shield capsule in them?
That's a good question that I could not give you the answer to. So a couple failed attempts at the wall run there from Piner, I think. And now they're just
Because I
lining up for-
feel like Because I feel like Prison Lane surely has one, right?
Prison Lane does have one, yeah. That much is true.
Okay.
So
So
you could
Pumpkin
ring
Hill
one,
is not the
maybe?
play.
No
You
problem.
you
Oh, wait, no.
don't dig in Pumpkin Hill. If you get to Pumpkin Hill, you get the dig upgrade, but you don't waste time. You're going to Mission Street next. You get the upgrade there, and then you go back to Prison Lane.
Hmm. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, you could ring route a checkpoint. I don't know actually. I'm sure some ring attack geniuses probably would know, but yeah, if you could somehow ring route a magnet shield and then go back and grab that green shield, because it's near the Chow area, from what I can remember in Prison Lane. That would be an interesting strat, actually. I wonder if the runners have thought of that, if it is even something possible. We see Deku here with Lonely Tombstone around the back of Pumpkin. I've never really liked this piece too, it's always been a little bit far out for my liking and kind of awkward. But there you go, Deku and Hedera, Drum and Hedera rather, more or less tied up right now. See how it fade out? Oh wow! Yeah, pretty much exactly tied up.
I found him.
Deku's out there. How far are these
Deku
runners
pulling
gonna
out
go
the
with their respective
RNG.
stories?
Yeah, this is perfect.
Would you call 42 pulling out the RNG?
You know, I wasn't really paying attention to when both runners entered the stage. I just noticed Deku's out way sooner. I'm gonna say Deku's pulling out the skill from earlier. Smile.
Oh, whoa! Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, Piner's okay.
okay. Piner's fine. Yeah, I was
Oh,
just like,
Deku's
uh-oh.
out. Straight to mission
Pumpkin
2.
Hill time? M2, okay.
No back rings anywhere to be seen here. This could be a third goal for Booty Clippers right now. I'm interested in seeing what Piner chooses to do. I've got a feeling Piner might stick it out, because there's not really anything else to exit out for right now, as far as I can see. Well, there is the Green Forest, but no, Piner's sticking it in. Sticking it out. Sticking around. Sticking. So here we go. Zero star goal, hopefully fine. Let's see, can we get the weight hop? Oh no, disaster.
94.
Drum finishes up a little bit earlier in weapons bed.
I found him.
There's M2.
And
No
there's
back
a third
rings.
goal on the board. Alright, what does this mean now? What's Deku gonna do? Is he gonna go for Green Forest? Is he hopping straight back into Hero Story? Are there any neutral goals he could start grinding for, maybe? Let's have a look at that. There's not a huge amount really on the table. Back to Hero Story we go. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, Green Forest is too much commitment right now.
Yeah, definitely. Piner being further ahead in story now. Obviously a long way to go before we really hit any other goals in story. But we'll see, we'll see. Could that decision swing the tide of the game further? I know a little low on energy right now. I'm not sure quite what the zero cycle pace is looking like. Okay, either they played it very safe, or that's not zero cycle, because that felt quite lenient. 140 on the timer. I'm not sure actually. It doesn't feel like zero cycle. So what's going on in the security hole?
There's been there hasn't really been any passive upgrade grabbing, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's true actually. Although Drum did do sandwalking in Sand Ocean to get the Mystic Melody, and Hedera fighting against the lasers there. He takes the lead in Dark.
Did Drum do that first try?
Did Drum do what first try?
Sandwalking.
No. Drum did not do sandwalking first try. I can look up the times, I think. He is on 0
Okay.
lives right now, I'm just noticing. And into White Jungle, or Flying Dog actually, rather, but 0 lives in White Jungle is always scary. Whoever you are. You see Drum's patented Flying Dog strat versus Hedera's Up Dog. Meanwhile, Piner in your domain, you left the stage, oh so much. What have we got? Can you tell me about what's going on with Piner right now?
We got Under the Tilted Pillar. I'm guessing no free pieces because they didn't go for any 3 fans or anything. So I'm just assuming they just taking what they're getting.
That's interesting. Off goes Hedera into White Jungle now, and in comes Drum as well.
We got Stair Shape to finish it off. This is quite an unfortunate set, but this is what happens when we take Ghost P1s.
Did I see a free piece there for Deku and Aquatic Mine? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Well,
Okay, so there is a free piece, and I think I know which one it was. In 3 metal barrels is interesting though. Yeah, we got that. Kind of finishes up early, but we'll see. A piece 2 in Ghost Room for Deku is interesting. What could the spell? What we got? In the Triangle Skull. Good god, just moving out of that.
we
Okay,
got the
this is
sign
how
clip,
you-
the freest thing
Wow.
ever.
That is how you play Aquatic Mine.
The unfortunate falling off of the wall.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
But wow, that was slick. That was slick, even. Meanwhile, Drum.
This is what I've been trying to tell people. You know, you get a piece, you go from Ghost Room to Narrow Path, you know, climb up and do that sign clip. It's faster than trying to do Poverty Rub clip, and especially with bad camera.
We've seen an almost synced up spring skip there from Drum and Hedera, and Drum is going out of his way to grab that upgrade. So one eye on that from Drum, interestingly enough. It's going to give Hedera a little bit further of a squeeze into the lead progression-wise, but will that all even out? Where's Hedera going right now? Chow Box? Oh! Circle. Oh!
What?
Why
Dude,
did you
Chow
do
Box
that?
is on M1. Okay.
Oh, we completely missed it.
That's what
Well, here we
both
go.
runners are going for. Good to know.
Being further ahead right now, but what's going on? Is she having some camera shenanigans? Oh, there we go. That's a second goal for Team Trees. And Drum, oh, narrowly missing out, to be honest.
Ah,
Oh,
that
wow.
would be why. Because there was a light dash you could take there, and I think Hedera just chose to go back
Oh,
a
wow.
little bit.
That very nearly evened it up, actually. So that's that's a nice goal for Team Trees to grab. And yeah, that makes a lot more sense by sticking it out now, actually, that White Jungle goal. But from this point on, what have we got our eyes on? How much more do we want to unlock? Because you could exit out for Lost Colony right now, you could exit out for 2 White Jungle goals. And also 2 Radical Highway goals, so there's a lot for the Dark Runners to exit out for right now. But what do they want to stick in for, I'm wondering? Do they just not want to rewatch the Faker cutscene later on? That would make some sense. Let's see. Sticking it out in Route 280 is going to be an interesting choice. Let's see what happens here. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. I want to watch that Faker cutscene, but where are we going is the question. There's so many places. White Jungle M2 is going to be where
Drum
Hedera
is
goes.
sticking it out.
Ooh, that's a bold move. That's a very bold move, because what is he sticking it out for exactly? Also, I'm looking at Security Hall M5 Pacifist. There's a lot for Hedera to go and fish up right now if she wants to. I mean, there's the final chase goal. Or 2 final chase goals, actually. And the Dark Story boss rush. But, yeah, that's interesting from Drum.
Drum is probably betting on the fact that the last time that the only other match Team Trees did, Hedera did not leave story at all the entire time. So I wonder if he's actually betting on that and just treating this like a race until the end. Which would be unfortunate because he's gonna see White Jungle get ticked off and then think, oh shit, I'm halfway through Route 280.
Yeah, but like he doesn't know where Hedera's exited out. That's the thing, you know. Obviously, I'm sure he's aware that he played pretty well other than that Radical Highway death, so wouldn't be that much of a difference between the two of them. But yeah, tied up now, 3-3.
Ooh, the gamble. She's going back in.
Davis. The old Stephen Davis strategy. What do we have in here? A little bit of a bait and switch. I know with some funky camera action right there. And Deku is currently also going for the Mystic Melody. Yep. Team Booty Clippers looking at these upgrades and thinking that might be the decider later down the line. Not wasting any time on that. If it does come down to upgrades, then might Team Trees be left to rue their negligence of such things. Here we go. Drum definitely with the lead in the story now, but how much is it gonna pay off? I don't know. Oh, Pina also finishing, so we've kind of swapped hands. We've gone from Pina and Hedera being far ahead to, well, I wouldn't say far ahead, but Pina with that story lead, and now Drum swinging far into the lead. Top two runners if you want story progression. Bottom two runners if you
I
want
wonder what Drum does now. Does he continue in story and you're saying calling the bluff, or just saying fuck it, Hedera can have all 4 of those goals or 5?
Because there's not much for him to do until he gets the final chase. There's no Mad Space goal that I can see. There's no Cosmic Wall, and like the next story like unlock for him, like not necessarily story goal, but to get him some goals as far as I can see, would be final chase. So does he really want to stick it out?
Well, we're gonna stick it out and rail, sky rail at least. I tried calling that radicals rail. I tried calling that Sky Canyon. I don't know where everything's going.
Deku's taking the lead actually in terms of story progression there with a nasty death from Pina.
This is so sad. Jump with the upgrade.
And reset.
I think he just fell off, so he's gonna just restart.
Lightspeed dash shenanigans. I really want to know what Drum's plan is. Is he just hard committing to the upgrades? I don't know.
Well, Skyrail does begin with that intro cutscene, so maybe just thinking, oh, this is like a minute stage.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Hedera's gone back into Hero for a reason as well, right? Like, back into Dark, rather, I should say. Like, what's the thinking there, actually? Is she going for Final Chase as well? Is there something on the board that we're just blind to? Are we missing something?
I think it is just bluffing and gambling with each other.
It's all mind games.
Yeah, the biggest mind game of all time, because I'm just trying to think of what... Oh, Deku, that is not good.
Oh, no! And suddenly Pina's... Oh, no, Pina! Oh, my... Whoa! Okay, the Pyramid Caves are certainly...
Well, that just derailed any thoughts I had.
I don't know. Taking the long way around.
So, the thought process that I'm thinking Hedera and Drum are having, right, is Hedera's trying to coax Drum to back out and, like, go try Radical Highway or something. And Drum, what was he thinking? Is Hedera gambling? I don't know.
There is either, like... It's funny, right? Because Bingo it either presents you with what is obviously like the biggest brain. Like to us, this could be the biggest brain like clash that there is. Like there could be a million different angles that these two are coming in with. But never mind, Drum's exiting out.
All right, it's time now. Why now?
Oh, the pick nails. No, the. Oh wait, no, I can't think that does anything. A security hole M5, maybe? Is there anything in security hole? that
What, did he
requires the-
get to
the
Mad
iron
space?
boots, rather? Yeah, he got the iron boots and exited out.
Ah, yeah, then there's probably something in...
I know. Well, actually, I don't even know. I can't recall. We'll find out, but Hedera's still in here.
Two more left. It's over.
And Drum
Oh,
is
that-
doing Radical Highway M2. Click that off.
What did Dexter just do?
Bugs.
I don't think it was bugs. I think he checked for two bugs sleeping or whatever it's called.
Well, I don't know, but he got a piece 3, so I just assumed bugs. Smile.
It was not the. I'll tell you that. But like, wow. Okay.
It's over.
The Death Chamber meta is evolving.
It's over.
They're sticking it out. Meanwhile, Drum. I'm going to restart a little bit. Oh no, not restart. Why am I?
It's over.
What am I talking about?
Them
Into
3
M3
times.
rather.
It's closer.
Radical Highway M3 life capsule and then finish. Without dying.
Yeah, I've heard infamous things about this life capsule.
Yeah.
I wonder what Hedera's plan is right now. Is she really? Because other than going all the way to Final Chase, there's not a huge amount of. I guess maybe the Dark Story boss rush as well. If she goes to Final Chase, would she go all the way?
Who's there?
Or I guess like maybe leave it.
What
Might be
the-
playing it by ear a little bit maybe, and just sort of seeing how things go. Drum, what happened there?
Where the light was shining is a piece 2.
It's
I'm pretty
shitting.
sure. Where the light was shitting? Smile.
The light was shitting. Alright, well down we go. Drum.
Isn't that
pulling
piece
straight
2?
in.
I think it is. I don't know for certain.
is
That could be
piece 2.
spreading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Yeah, we'll just ask him post interview. Alright, so here's the fun. Oh. And we go straight down. Oh, there's the life capsule. Yeah, you gotta do that. Then you come back.
Is on the scrounge, as they say in my neck of the woods.
So basically, you just have to go backwards, which is funny. Here's the
This
safe
might be-
version. Take
There it
it.
is, sticking around in concert
Ooh.
as well.
Well, he made it over here, which is better than nothing. But he's gonna go back that way, because I don't know if there's air in M3.
Becca finishes a bag going pretty cleanly. Ina with a nice super bounce kicking things off.
Ooh, the moment of all time.
Plenty of good super bounce. Oh, Drum fell
I-
down.
I have to wonder, if this takes until the end of Cosmic Wall, does Hedera immediately... no, Drum Bash is about to get
I don't
this
know
surely.
about that. Drum looks pretty good.
Yeah,
There
there
we
it
go.
is.
That's 5 now.
Does he switch now? Does he go for White Jungle?
Yeah, does he go fishing? Does he go for what jungle? Lost Colony is there as well for him if he wants to go and get it. I've really got to like look at Hedera, what she's doing, and just wonder really. I'm not. I'll have to
Unfortunately,
sit thinking about it.
she's caught in the middle of Cosmic Wall. Maybe she was just waiting to see if Drum backs out for Radical Highway before going back to White Jungle.
This is the thing. I'm like, she's sticking in there, so she's obviously like making this decision, like, and sticking with it. Like she's
But like, because there are goals. There's Dark Story boss rush that you might have to do. There's no way she's gonna like just lose a minute and a half.
Like, are those 3 goals worth? Because Drum's already got 2, and he's gonna get a 3rd here as well. I'm just wondering, you know, because she's got such a hefty advantage right now in story. And she can kind of see Drum is out there. I wonder if maybe she would dip out to try and snipe something? I mean, she's got the White Jungle advantage. So whether she might dip out and kind of try and finish off that M4, maybe? I don't know, you know? But Drum is going upgrade hunting right now, actually. That's interesting. Before dipping back into Security Hall.
Oh no. Tried to use
Melody, actually,
yeah, Mystic Melody pedal didn't exist. Pedestal, whatever.
It's like a trash can, with like a pedal at the bottom. Just push it and it plays.
Yes, exactly what I need.
Well, Deku's in Meteor Herd now, so let's see what happens here. But this is actually going to be the final Knuckles stage, which Deku will need to unlock all the M4s, so let's see what happens there. Of course, Crazy Gadget.
Surely not yet. Crazy Gadget first.
Crazy Gadget.
Yeah, gotta do Crazy Gadget first.
It's closer.
Which is the next stage after Bruges.
Yeah.
Bruges with 0 A inputs up
There
next.
is another... Yeah, this could be interesting, right? If Pina can close the gap, because Rouge's 0 A inputs ain't easy. Like, that one is a tough one. She can definitely mess you around a little bit.
That's a long one, that's for sure.
We'll see, but there you go. Hedera finishes up Cosmic Wall, leading her off the final chase.
Yeah, this is perfect.
So, what do we got with final chase? The M2 and the M5, so nothing in story, but I imagine she's just gonna hit her fling and be on her merry way. Actually, she's got a Tails fight to take care of first, of course.
Treasure hunter. Did you find my
I want to see this Deku fight. 0.5 for Pina, actually, there. Let's see what you get, Deku.
If that's how you want to play, I will take it from you.
Grabbing the ring very wisely. Trying to go in for the punch. Chasing her down. That's number 1. But we're going to go flying here. We're not going to see our usual sort of hit stun block that we're used to. Chasing her down. Doesn't quite get her. Oh, this is going to be interesting now. it's like a ball, a bar, like punch out almost. But he is doing pretty good so far. Looking like he's gotten her in a nice position here. Actually, this could work out well for Deku, and he takes a death. No, spoke too soon. Meanwhile, Pina's about to
Hedera
catch
with
up
the
Hedera's got that
fling.
Memorize Rouge's attack pattern. When she stops,
What are we looking at? I tell you what, if Pina can sneak into the lead right as we go into Final Chase, that might spell some stuff, you know? Final Chase, Crazy Gadget. Hedera, where are we? What happened?
The unfortunate
We flying a
fling.
little too far.
you've made me mad. Now I mean business.
Oh, Deku one punch away. But Rouge fleeing for her life. And going for the drill dive. Where is she? Oh no! Rouge is relentless. Well, there we go.
And there it is.
That actually means, but Pina doesn't need to go for it anymore. Pina can just go for that lock. And looks like they haven't noticed yet, but wow, okay, 3 hits before we're even up. Nice stuff from Pina. Surely they've noticed by now. Gonna go for the restart, actually, straight back into it. And Hedera does that final chase.
Even without this restriction, trying to get that last hit in these weird sections is really difficult.
Yeah, definitely. And Pina, okay, now Pina's realized.
Yeah, that was why the restart. All right.
Here we go.
No shot.
Okay, no,
Hedera's gonna back out right now.
We're off to
Final
Crazy
chase. All right, understandable.
Gadget. Eliminate 9
She's gonna be
enemies
feeling
in-
really good when Drum marks off security hall.
There it is.
Um,
Oh. Let's see. How's your restricted?
Wait.
How's your restricted crazy gadgets? 7-3. So the numbers game is going to Booty Clippers right now. But we'll see whether this long haul strat for Hedera pays off as Deku gets the flame ring. And Deku takes a death! How far back is that going to put him? A little bit. That's what Piner needs. And when we get to this puzzle room, we'll see. We will see.
Ooh, they're getting hit.
Drums off the Lost Colony as well. It's going to be a sizable advantage as long as Drum gets this M4.
What's going on in Lost Colony, I wonder?
Going for the 2 life capsules on Lost Colony M4.
Okay, M4.
Which we're not there just yet, but looks like Drum just picking some up. That was a homing attack. Yeah, I knows that can't happen.
At this point, I don't agree with Hedera sticking in Final Chase. Like, she knows Drum backed out to do missions. Like,
I mean,
as to
where to go?
White Jungle, Lost Colony, contest those.
Well, she doesn't know that he's going for Lost Colony necessarily or White Jungle.
But yeah, but she knows she has story advantage right now.
That is very much true. Actually, being in Final Chase is pretty safe, right? Like, however, yeah, actually, you make a good point. Well, maybe she just kind of fancies herself to get it and go. Is she gonna Steven Davis the Final Chase? There's 2 goals here. Although, just thinking about it, Final Rush is also available, and we've got Piner and Deku in Puzzle Room both right now. I haven't been counting up the numbers, but it looks like Deku's in the right sort of place as things stand. Hedera is having a bit of trouble here, isn't she? Going for the pause hover there to try and get herself a little bit more distance. This looks like a nightmare. Deku hunting out those last few enemies now. I know! What happened? You can't.
Was that an attempt at like a mock bounce or something?
I think it was. It looked to me like an attempt to hit the enemy with the different gravity, which was unfortunate. And that's going to spell good news for Deku.
No, I was watching whatever Deku was doing.
All right.
Cause like he spin dashed right at the missile launching thing on top of whatever puzzle block that was. So I was just confused. On top of the blue one.
Who's still hunting? I don't know. I'm going spin dash jumping actually.
Cause yeah.
Are we just looking around at this point?
No, he's trying to get a mock bounce up there.
Wow, okay.
At first I thought he was trying to do the shadow tech, but I think it's just a slope jump. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I didn't know about that. What the hell? Deku, no! Has he lost it? They're all flying around. Okay, no, they loop.
Yeah, this section sucks.
What is this?
There's one more.
Where is he? Where did he
I don't know.
go? No! Does it count?
Unless there was just one. I don't know.
You have to go back.
I also don't know. But he's out of there. and he hasn't marked off the goal, so there's Hedera, though, with the 4th goal for Team Trees.
Well,
They don't
no,
loop,
okay,
so
that's just
Deku
on
missed
2.
out. Unfortunate, this could be an opportunity here for Piner.
I think he realized, oh, it disappeared. I can't do it right now. So he's just like, all right, I'll come back and do this later. But I'm almost done with the stage. I'm not gonna like restart or.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess he could have died if he had the
that
checkpoint, but
bounce attack, that like mock bounce sort of style thing, that was really impressive. It looks like Piner's in the know. Because Piner's straight out of there.
yeah, Piner's not gonna
actually, maybe
bother.
not.
I think Piner they realized they need to either do some funky stuff to get up there or to have the Mystic Melody. So Final Rush it is.
It is indeed. Was there another Crazy Gadget goal? There was. Crazy Gadget M2 without checkpoints.
Yeah.
Now, what's Piner gonna do here? We sticking with it? No, we're also going for the Crazy Gadget M2, it looks like. And there's also the Knuckles M4s. If anybody wants to go for that one, but let's see right now. Deku with the advantage going in, and Hedera is back to White Jungle with her advantage. M3 right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Getting those air shoes.
They're also close to late game that I think right now it might be a upgrade.
Oh, there's number 8. And Pina misses out.
Yeah, not looking good for Team Trees.
Yeah, where are we going, Pina? Are we just going off the Final Rush now to unlock that?
Stage select.
Yeah, Team Tree's looking a bit precarious right now. This White Jungle goal looks like it's going to Hedera, but Lost
Well, Deku's doing hunting!
Oh! And we're going with the emblems menu as well. And we got a 9th one there. There is those 2 life capsules, so it's a 9-4 right now to the Booty Clippers. And yeah, so
this is 10 and 11. What did they do to finish this out? Because we know
upgrades seemingly in the bag, based on what we can tell. The hunting is
yeah, we know Piner's not contesting this, so that's 2 goals for Booty Clippers. That's 11. What did they finish out with?
Wait, which is the 11th one? What's from doing?
Alt cart. Because you know if Deku's doing M4s, he's gonna do M5s. He's right there.
Oh, I see. That's true.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, God, that's gonna be 10 and 11, and then the upgrades are pretty much theirs, it would seem. And they've got kind of their pick, if you want to sort of say, like, they could just mass dig in a hunting stage and go for that magnetic shield, green shield, you know. But yeah,
that would be so funny if that's just what they both do at the end. It's just a lot of digging.
If that's what decides it, Piner here. Where are we going, Piner? Into the death plane. Unfortunate. Looks like Deku looking to get those sunglasses. Going to come in with the clip. There it is, nice and clean. Yeah, no, it's rough for Piner, really, actually, I have to say here, because been kind of stranded, you know, ever since, well, what happened? Deku went out for Pumpkin LM2. Oh, it's a rough time in that far for Piner. And then just a couple of sort of, like, mishaps along the way seem to end up adding up. Because Piner had, like, decent leads at certain times. But just unfortunately for them, it's not quite planned out the way. But there, oh, hello!
Oh, Magnus Shield, time to dig!
That's what we're doing now. Let's just see what happens. Well, that didn't take long.
Let's go.
That didn't take long.
Just thinking, yo, I got the Magnus Shield. I'm gonna just dig a couple times. I should be able to get it real quick. Yeah, that.
I've got a feeling Drum is probably going for the protective armor right now, so probably going to be a little bit further into Cosmic Wall than we used to see. And yeah, at that point, that'll put him pretty much within touching distance of the Dark Story boss rush, I guess. But that in itself is not an easy goal. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But if anybody knows boss rush, you could argue it's Drum.
I don't know if that's the play though. Like you'd have to finish Sonic 2
I found him.
and then end credits.
Yeah, that's true. There are other things you could probably go for, but he's putting himself in a nice position.
At this point, I think it would just be faster for Deku to just go through stories and get upgrades.
Yeah, there's the 5,000 rings as well. We could just grind out Wild
I
Canyon
don't think
M2.
we're going there.
Yeah, it's only, what, like 50 Wild Canyon M2s? Nothing.
Oh my god.
They're on the hunt for wild animals right now. Wild Canyon M2? Gotta get those sunglasses on. Yeah, Booty Clip is looking in a good position right now, as things stand. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely sort of ask Adara sort of about the strategy and whatnot in terms of exiting out, because like there was obviously method behind it. I just want to know what the method was. And Piner's probably, I would probably say Piner's been the most unfortunate throughout the course of this match in terms of just things adding up and things slipping out of their grasp. But yeah, no, Deku and Drum played well overall. And they've just got a couple of goals to go. They're looking good for them right now. We're seeing the old Cosmic Ball skip right now, it looks like, from Drum. I believe is this Russian skip?
They're barely not getting to the end. But
Oh, getting timed out.
we're about to find out. We're about to find out that she might try to look for animals, not find them, and then think, oh, no, it does reset. Okay, so maybe that's just hunting that it doesn't reset in. Or maybe if the time runs out. These are weird questions I have right now.
Looks like Deku's having some moments in Meteor Herd M2 right now. Meanwhile, Piner's out here in Green Forest. Going for the M4 life capsules goal.
Yeah,
That
spec.
like let's like weigh up like what a comeback looks like, because it's not impossible. But like the M4 Green Forest goal, Piner could go and get. Oh, it's so rough. We're restarting actually because we are in M2, I assume. There's the 9 crazy gadgets, 9 enemies in crazy gadget. It's tough. It is tough.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, Piner has Final Rush. I guess could go for the M5. So there's 3 things which Piner could maybe go and try and shoot out, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough one. There's the 4th animal for Hedera. Into the M3s for Deku now.
I found him. Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, the only way forward, because like it is entirely possible. Yeah, the Hedera and Piner just call out every single thing Deku and Drum are about to do and just snipe it all. But it's not likely.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Like with Deku being like in a great position for the hunting M4s, Drum being in a great position for an alternate cart, and both of them being in a great position for the upgrades goal. Like,
Drum's not getting alt cart. That's Deku. Deku is still in.
Both of them, like 2 goals being in good position for Deku, and that 1 old upgrades goal, which seems to be paying off. That's that's looking very, very tough. It would take some sort of gigantic disaster, effectively, in any of these remaining bills. Like, what upgrade have we missed? Maybe the magic hands just decides it wants to despawn out of existence? I don't know. There's another one off the checklist as we get the air necklace. I'm just back in story right now, actually. That's interesting.
But yeah, that he's got to get to final chase at least for upgrades.
Did he ever leave story, or am I tripping? He didn't even leave. I've had a long day. Yeah, final chase.
Yeah, this is
I imagine, yeah, like you
Oh,
said, probably
few
are sticking it
seconds. Will she do it this time? Hopefully. Oh,
out.
there
Wow,
we go.
that is clutch. There's a 5th goal on the board for Team Trees at least. Go into Death Chamber now. Heading straight for blue room. Looks like we're in M3, of course. Go for this box clip on the left side, unfortunately. I'll try and get it on the left instead. Back up. Works out. Meanwhile, Hedera is in final chase. I guess going for the FCM 5, I would assume.
I found him.
We need a whole playthrough of Final Chase M3 to get there, though. Drum also in Final Chase, but not quite the same one.
Oh, it's about time to watch Deku because he's an M3 of Meteor Herd. About to get the hitless experience. I don't think this is going to go poorly for Deku, but it is still worth watching because you never know. A piece could just completely trip you up.
Looks like we're going straight for the Mystic Melody. We're not going to be chancing it with any clips, which can be a bit funky. Lower whistle. In we go. And yeah, nice, smart decision making from Deku there, really. Sometimes it is better to just play it safe.
I found him.
Down we go. And yeah, time to radar read. Like we've never radar read before. But first, a little mini skip there from Hedera. And Drum on the upgrade hunt again, getting the cannon. Oh, mini skip not working out. Back to Radical Highway for Drum. Did we not already get the upgrade? Did we not get the fight now? I suppose there's no other reason to go back to Radical Highway, so I guess not.
Yeah. Could just be double checking all bases as well.
Wild Canyon radar reading takes us. Parakeet on the right shoulder, left shoulder even. Not the best piece one. I thought he was going to go for that hint there.
Almost.
Looked like he was
Have it almost went there. But let me tell you, Deku and I raced the Hintless Aquatic Mine X20 not too long ago, and it was really tripping us up at first, just like accidentally reading the hints in the top room. So hopefully that doesn't happen right now.
Pioneer omitting the M4 wall run. Understandably so. And there's Drum in the kart racing. We've got win all kart races as tail slashers without rings boost. And that's a tough one, which we saw last time out in the last race.
Well,
so
I saw earlier today, I was like, yo, I want to see the funny beginner kart because we've never seen that yet. And Drum did it, just like no problem. So I think we're good.
He is in first place. Oh, this stage brings back memories.
IL comp moments.
Yeah. Good times. That was one of the coolest weeks of IL comp, I gotta be honest. Just like, that was the week I learned how to mod my Wii. Because I was like, alright, let me get homebrew and a 180 save so I can play this on GameCube.
I just want I want the true way, the non-pirate way.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I did all the final chases, and I knew I only had to do the missions, but I was like, I want to get a 180 done on GameCube anyway, so I will do all the A ranks. That was the moment of all time. Pumpkin Hill is over.
Yeah, this is perfect.
That's 2 out of 5. Drum's falling down to second here as we come into the finale of the final lap. Can we make it? Gotta rely on that speed
It is
booster.
tight.
Oh, it's gonna be clutch. Oh, wow, look at him do it.
And there it is.
Like a Lightning McQueen of old. Drum squeezes over the finish line by a tongue.
So Deku with the top room piece 1. Ooh, okay, we got something other than a Maikai, so it wasn't a disaster for a piece 2. And we're gonna see, do we get a ping? No. Alright, I think he's going straight down. It's gotta be stair shaped. Yeah.
Well, the best Quark Mine Hintless M1 you'll ever see. And if I'm not wrong, beginner and expert are easier, right? Because there's more speed pads.
Yeah, intermediate and expert, because there's a lot of dash pads around.
Intermediate, yeah.
Now, Death Chamber is going to be the interesting one. Alright, KPL, I hope you're watching. Gus, you too. Spoilers! Spoilers!
I don't even know what I'm being spoiled on.
Nah, I just have special insider information that they might be doing a hintless gentleman's during the tournament.
Oh, hello! So we got a green thing to start off, did we?
I was not watching. This is so sad.
I was also not watching, and there's another thing. If you're making clever use, it's Angry Guy. What happened? Because Angry Guy Piece 2?
Instant replay, anyone? Oh my god.
What is happening? What should be a core piece 3? Eggman's Island. Are you fucking having a laugh? Okay, it's not Eggman's Island.
No,
it's green.
it's not.
I think it's Bug Tree or something, isn't it? You're having a laugh, Deku. You're having a laugh.
Yeah, no.
Let's find the finishes up. Make it 10-6.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Now, who else is going to get a 53 in Hinton's Death Chamber? M4.
And he does it with a booty clip. Fittingly.
Although, I'm pretty sure Dawn has also done this. Yo, can we get the Hintless X20 Death Chamber race for rival battles between Dawn and Deku? Smile.
Something.
That would be something.
Well, we're one away. Meteor Herd is the last. Did we get 3 tanks? We got 3 tanks! Fuck off, Deku! What do you take? what? How? Come on! I mean, like, it's beyond at this point. How? It's almost like share some fucking RNG for the rest of us, man. Come on. What is this nonsense? Oh dear, oh dear. Well, there we go. Number 11.
There's the goal. And it looks like they might... Looks like they... Well, no, Dom's gonna get this first, and then I know Hedera and Pioneer are kicking themselves now seeing this, because they know that Deku's gonna get alt cart.
Yeah, it's looking like this is gonna be wrapped up.
Well, I mean, they don't know the drums in beginner cart.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, not beginner, but you know, Kart racing.
We got a wall run.
I don't know why I
Let's
said
see what
beginner.
shouted out. Executes it very nicely as well. Going on the spring.
It's closer. I found him.
So yeah, we just got a couple M5s, and then that's a 12 goal. Oh, Drum is... Hello?
Yeah.
Mr.
this is
Basher?
perfect.
Oh, okay. We had a little bit of freezing going on right there. Yeah, the Booty Clippers inching their way towards victory now. And it'll be a very interesting couple of questions to ask once this is all said and done, because that dark mid-game was kind of what swung it all, right? Like, the decision of where takes it out, that's the stick with the story progression from Hedera. Like, I want to know what was the plan. I guess we'll find out. Strum is a mere 2 laps away from putting his team within one step
I found him.
of glory, of the victory, not just of this match, but of the entire Nightmare Bingo Invitational.
Yeah, this is perfect.
And what's interesting is that it's looking like this is going to wrap up quicker than some bingo matches do, some regular bingo matches, because we are just past the hour mark. Fuck mine in 5 time.
2 more left. It's over.
I phased out of existence then for a second. I looked on the right 2 screens, and I thought Drum got a piece in a kart stage. I was like, what?
I mean, who
Look at
knows?
that.
Maybe this could happen. I don't know. Wait,
Kart treasure
wait.
hunting.
I found him.
I'm actually very curious what would happen. Because you can... So I know you can do Chowkey glitch into, like, the speed, mech, and hunting 2P stages. But, like, what about the other 2P
Oh.
stages?
Wait, what happens if you Chowkey glitch into... Can you Chowkey glitch into a kart stage? I imagine it would just load you as the kart character, right?
I
I
don't
can't
know.
imagine you could just walk around as Sonic in a kart stage.
It's closer.
I'm just, like, curious now what happens. And this has probably already been tested, but, you know, I'm just gonna, like, mess around later.
Nobody ever thought it could be done.
It's closer. I found him.
It's Death Chamber M5.
One
We just got
more to go, and Drum
one
has
more.
clicked off that 12th goal.
Yeah, this is
A nice jump finishing cart.
We are a meteor herd away from having our champions. Once again, these two know how to play bingo, of that much there is no doubt. But we've just got a meteor herd M5 standing between them and being crowned number 1. As the 7th goal comes in, 3 chow boxes on Final Rush or Final Chase M5 for Hedera, so making it a bit closer. I could just punch in this rock into place now. And
I
Drum
was just thinking
sitting-
about the reality where the meteor keeps sniping Deku over and over, which would be unfortunate.
What would be interesting here is if somehow Hedera and Pino were to beat them to all upgrades, which would be kind of funny considering. Oh, Hedera. Deku flying out into the abyss to try and grab this. Despawns a meteor, because why not? And we're coming on down now, and that should wrap things up. There it is. Number 13. We have our
GGs
winners, and they are
to
Drum
both
Basher
teams.
and Deku SR. GG's to both. GG's to Pina,
Yeah,
Hedera
this is perfect.
for making it a good match. And GG's to everybody involved in this Bingo Invitational. It's been a fun time. But GG's to none more so than Deku and Drum. So once again, taking away the win. And we've got Piner in here. We got Deku in here.
We got Drum.
Every single goal that you marked, I was seconds away from marking.
Oh no.
I also
Yeah,
got
so-
CE skip and had the worst rail section anyone's ever seen. So I got a 150. I got a 150. I was like, okay, I still have a lead because he went for hidden animals, and then I finally get the 24 rings, and then you mark it on Eggman. And
I could not believe I got that goal.
I had to restart 4 different times on it. Don't worry. And then Rouge with 0 A presses. I was about to get my 4th hit, and then you marked it, and I was like,
oh.
And then
no.
Crazy Gadget M2 without checkpoints. I was going up the pulley section, and you marked it. And I was like, dude,
Did
every
you find
single
the
time.
enemies in Crazy Gadget?
I went for the enemies in Crazy Gadget, and then I found
too,
6 of them, and then realized that I need the Mystic Melody, and I started losing my mind.
That brings me to my
actually
first
got up
question,
there.
Deku.
What's up?
What was that? Was that a slope jump or like? Because it looked like you were trying to do like shadow tech right there, to spin dash high jump there.
That was a slope jump. I got up to the Chow area, but I only found 2 enemies.
So where was the 9th one? I found 6.
Oh no!
Tommy,
We'll never know.
I'm
That was
losing my
pretty
mind. I'm losing my mind, dude.
About halfway through that race, I just said I think Piner has been the most unfortunate runner in this match so far.
I've never played worse.
oh,
I've never played
3
worse.
enemies up there.
I don't even think it's fair on yourself to say that you played yeah, you had misfortunate moments, but there was just so many. But there were just so many little things which just added up, like Pyramid Cave.
Oh my, that wasn't a little thing. That was an entire minute. What do you mean?
That's true, but it was a lot of little things.
Yeah, it was a lot of large things actually. That lost me 30 plus seconds over and over. Also, my aquatic mine RNG was pretty abysmal.
If we want to talk about RNG, there's one man in the room right now.
Okay, so
Did you guys enjoy the hintless?
Yeah. So 2 questions, both about Death Chamber, M1, M4. Because we looked over and what the hell did Deku just get? What happened in M1 when you got that? What piece 3 was that? Because Touches was sure it was not bugs. Okay, it was bugs
between the trees.
Yeah, no, it was the other bugs.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one
was
you
the
see out of bounds.
Okay.
You got the tree got pulled down, and then I took a back shot.
So what happened in M4? What were the pieces you got? Because we looked over, you had already gotten something, and we're like, what did Deku just get? And then you got over this angry guy, and then you
went I got
over.
black and yellow stripes.
Oh,
Raider red, and then I went for booty clip, and the Raider already pinged, so I knew that was angry guy. I went through core, and then I got a ping, so that was pretty lucky. I got pretty much got everything on my first guess. That was pretty cool.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's about it for me, I guess. I didn't really have any funny moments, except my Pyramid Cave was terrible.
Same. Guess who relates to that one?
Yeah.
I didn't expect to lose out on the Wat Juggle M1 goal by 2 seconds. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that one was pretty clutch.
Yeah, what actually happened?
Not to get the air shoes, and
yeah,
held some pretty funky stuff towards the end.
I mean, not grabbing the air shoes did kind of fuck me over in the long run. I honestly didn't even grab it because I forgot. Yeah, I was very surprised that I got that gold. I was like, okay, I have this goal. I have story lead. This is good.
By 2 seconds, yeah. It was awesome because I was able to look at that and be like, okay, I know where Hedera is. Hedera doesn't know where I am. I was going to go into missions. I was going to do like Watch on the M2. But I'm just going to sit back. I'll just play the story, see what she does, and do something different. And I figured if you even got both White Jungle missions and Radical Highway missions, then I could get I could go ahead and get the final chase missions and then Lost Colony Security Hall, but I just ended up kind of being able to clean up a bunch of.
Yeah, I mean, Hedera, you made kind of like the conscious choice to stick it out in Dark, like for a long time.
See, I was like I think I was playing a little bit too hard for the long game, considering we were like on the losing end. Mostly, I mean, like, oh god, it's
I don't
like
know. I feel like at that point, it was kind of all we could do.
yeah, it was kind of all we can do. I probably should have challenged the missions a little bit harder, but
Well,
I
the thing that,
was
go on.
I was hoping that Trump would be in missions for was honestly where I thought he would be.
Yeah. The thing that caught our eye was like we thought you were going for a bit of a Stephen Davis strat with the whole like Jungle M2, and then sort of like maybe were you trying to like bait drum into missions or? Like, what was the strat
Partially. I mostly just wanted. I mean, I wanted a goal also, but like, this fucking board just sucked for Dark. It's so awful.
It was so bad. And then all the hero
Like-
things were just like, oops, I made a blunder. Time to lose that to Deku because he's better than me.
Yeah, I wasn't a great fan of this board either.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot less interesting than the last one me and Hedera played. I liked the previous one a lot more. I guess my big gripe with how this race panned out was that if I had gotten the Beat Eggman 1, the Beat Rouge, and the Crazy Gadget M2 goals, we currently would be even. It would make for a very interesting race to the finish, considering the goals that would be left. Like the all upgrades and the Chow emblems and the 5,000 rings. Like I think all that stuff would have been cool to see. But like regardless of who won. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. It would have been cool to see that though. Maybe next time. Definitely the next Nightmare Bingo Invitational. That's definitely happening.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Maybe that time we can have we can actually have double elimination. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe. But speaking of cool things, let's talk about Drum avenging Tommy in that card.
Yeah.
You know? That was
I almost
pretty
lost.
impressive. Yeah, I know. That was the thing. Like, you had us on the edge of our seats in the beginner one. Like,
Yeah.
you just,
Well, the beginner one isn't the only difficult one. The other two are like way easier because there's a load of boost pads, but in beginner there's only one per lap, and you have to be like pretty optimal. But the second boost pad that I hit, so one at the end of lap 2, I screwed up the inputs to Snake afterwards, so I lost a bunch of speed. So I then got overtook by Sonic towards the end, and so I had to take the boost and then just like kind of drag race, and I won by like a 10th. It was really dumb.
Yeah, no, that was good to see. Seafood, you were in particular sort of wanting to see that beginner. I'm trying to think what
I got
else
to see
there-
it twice today.
True.
I'm trying to think what else there has been in this match in particular. The Ruse 08 put sort of like slugfest between the two of you because you were both in that split. That was that was interesting to see. You actually ended up getting 3 hits on her, Piner, before she was able to get up. That was something I was pretty impressed with.
Oh god.
Is there like a strategy to that, or was it just pure like gung ho?
So Rouge, when you look at her, will eventually start to turn her back and walk away. If you're like kind of a certain distance away, and you can just punch Excel into her, then it will hit. That's what I went for, anyways. That's what it felt like. I don't actually know if that's like real, but that's what I tried to do.
I mean, it worked out, like in terms of getting those early hits in. But
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I thought I'd try. I was thinking that I wanted to bait Rouge into doing the triple kick, because I'm pretty sure she's vulnerable after doing that. But it didn't work out that well. I had to like get a 40 seconds fight. But yeah, I just kind of punched her until she sort of died. I guess I just had a pretty big lead, which is why I
that will
got the
tend to
kill.
do it.
yeah, you definitely had a pretty big lead after the incidents, plural.
Uh,
I'm kind of sad
I've
that nobody ended up getting all upgrades because, like, you two were
Yeah,
both
Go for
really
it.
collecting that one, and then
I was going for it right now.
yeah, and then at the end, like, Hidera and Pina, you guys both started to make a little bit of a beeline for it, but it never came, despite like all the effort that went towards it. But it looked like if it was gonna, like, you guys basically like played it very well across the category, just kind of picking them up as you went along. And yeah, no, that was pretty much it. Like, no Chow, no 5,000 rings. The speed on the Deku green magnetic shield combo was definitely something again.
yeah, that was so lucky.
Yeah. I was about to ask about that. Like, so what was going through your head? Were you like intentionally like, oh, when I get to M2 in Death Chamber, I'm just gonna dig here for a little bit, or was it like, oh shit, there's a magnet shield?
No,
Fuck
I definitely planned that. I actually was thinking of getting that in M1, but I forgot. But I think it was actually good to get it in M2 because I needed to like get story progression. I didn't have time to go for magnetic shields. I'm glad I did it in M2. But yeah, that was pretty lucky that I got it in like a few tries. But I definitely like planned the magnetic shield. I knew that was there, which is why I chose to do it in that chamber.
Yeah, it all worked out. And yeah, that about brings it to the end of anything I've got to ask questions about. I don't know about you, Seafood, but if anybody else has anything that they want to say, Deku and Drum, GG again. You win another bingo thing. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yeah.
I get second yet again. Woo!
We love
Let's
bingo.
go. Nice music for it.
True. It's been definitely fun learning these goals. A lot of cool stuff in here. Definitely,
Yeah, definitely.
since there's like fewer goals than on the other one, if we saw like a million matches, it would get a bit repetitive. But it's like a very manageable amount of stuff to learn. I think it only took me like a day and a bit to learn them. But there's a lot of creative stuff. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this. Thank you to Tommy for making the goals and Deathis for running this.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, real fun time. Nice little thing. But yeah, no, in terms of like more bingo to come down the line, there is a SADX bingo exhibition that's going to be happening between just one match between Scoob and Nimput and Nixer and Mako to round off. Well, the bingo league itself rounded off, but that's just kind of like an epilogue, you could say, of the bingo league. Just getting that final little match in there to sign off. And
Well,
and yeah,
I could say some things.
mm-hmm.
There is, it's definitely in the organization stages right now, just trying to coordinate everyone's time. But May 14th on the SSC channel, we're gonna have like a day of Sonic Bingo, getting submissions lined up for Bingo-thon. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
Shadow Bingo, Sonic R, both happening. There will probably be some SADX and SA2 as well. And maybe some Project 06 by
Smash
Stelmo.
Bros. Bingo.
Sonic Smash Bros. I gotta make that smile.
Well, yeah, no, there you go. So I think that just about wraps us up. Unless anybody again has anything else left to say.
Bingus.
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 then
Something
Bingus
something.
never dies.
Play Risk of Rain 2. Something something.
Well, there you go. But I mean, hey, Deku and Drum, you're the winners. So as is routine, you get to pick the raid target. Who are we after?
I suggest we go with Katie. What about you, Drum?
Okay, he's live right now.
Yeah.
Here's life, yeah. That works for me. Sure.
Alrighty. That sounds good to me. GG to everybody who participated. GG to Luke and Melters. GG to Tommy and Ifma. GG to Heiner and Hidera. And GG to the winners, once again, Deku and Drum. We'll be back soon. We'll be back tomorrow, actually, because the Hero Story Tournament kicks off.
Yay,
Hero Story Tournament
tournament.
qualifier.
Oh yeah, we've got a really cool first day. I think this
Yeah.
tournament is actually pretty unique because we've got a really healthy amount of entrants in 20, but there's only 2 that you'd really consider top level runners. So this is like there's going to be a real fight everywhere. It's going to be really cool, I think. And
Yeah.
we've got some nice matchups on the first day. So there's
You got Strawberry Jam, right?
yeah, Jam's opening it, facing
Let's
Zane,
go.
and then there is Zetha.
Papa Lab.
Yeah, Zetha versus Pippi and Papa Bear versus Labrys. And there's a favorite in the first match for sure, but like they're all going to be really entertaining matches, I think, and it's going to set the tone for the tournament. I think it's just going to be really cool.
Yeah, it'll be a great way to kick things off, and enjoy. Hopefully, what'll lead into a fun weekend as well. But yeah, let's go raid KT4.
Let's not go.
Yeah.
KT4 underscore, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, gamers. See you all very soon. Goodbye.
Bye forever.
Goodbye
Bye forever.
forever.
Alright, GG's. Who wants in on this Risk of Rain 2 run?
Goodbye.
GG's. Oh, stop stream.